This is town dog. I didn't try to hide the plane. Okay. I was trying to make a point to hide the plane. This one I couldn't hide it. I might get so close to outside you can't see it. That's what my intentions. Anyway, this is a fast flyer, high flyer. We're gonna try to get from here. This is at lakefront New Orleans, and we're gonna try to make it from here to Anchorage, Alaska, Stevens, and we're gonna try to do it uh, on the VA. So I'm gonna go ahead and set the card up and get it running. I've already got the flight picked out, and there it is. I click it here and there, and that's got it. Everything is set right on it anyway, so that's all it needs. Now I'm gonna go. The flight plan is preset, so we'll just get some power on it in the cockpit. Let's see now. Okay, buttons here, but I'm just going to use a hotkey. It's more accurate, quicker, and it does what I want to do without a question. That should be on, even though I didn't see nothing move. Just to make sure. See, that's on there. Okay. And if I bring this right here up, I can tell when the avionics is on. Come on now. I think it's still paused on me. No, it ain't. It is now. It ain't telling me doing what I tell it to do. There you go to the top. Okay, now that means avionics is on right there. Want to be sure all is set. Well, keep on. Keep on keeping on. Now we're outside the plane. That still wasn't what I had in mind. That was a W button. We'll go back to here. Inside this, I'll get rid of that. There we go. Now, we're going to... Oh, let me get a phone call, see what it is. Called me about something I don't even have. That makes sense. Anyway, I'm going to try to get this plane fired up. I'm just going to use a hotkey to start it because I tried to start it earlier using those buttons. All of them started but one. The last one didn't want to start for some reason, and I couldn't figure it all out. So I just make sure the fuel's on, and we'll watch it as it starts. And I'll hotkey the auto start. I'm going to try to get this thing in the air here in a little bit. Let's see if I got another right here. No, that's not what I want. It's behind here, what I'm looking for. The trim, I hadn't figured out the exact takeoff trim I need. It should be about right there, to be honest with you. I tried both ways, and both ways gave me trouble, up and down. So we're going to try a little down. Last time the front wheel got off the ground way too early. Try that right there for takeoff. Maybe too much, and maybe I can control it anyway. I tried it with a little lower than that, and I never get off the ground. I crashed. So we'll try it again. Now, while it's trying to start, I'm going to go ahead and set some lights on the subject. That'll take care of that. And the engines are all starting up. Still like 2 being all fully started. I've also got to fuel up, so while it's starting, I can get the truck air and have them fuel it up. Of course, you can't get the truck air in this, so all we can do is go to here, and we're going to top off fuel. I just tried to do a takeoff a few minutes ago, and I've got to top off fuel. You can't top off fuel on the VA, so I had to cancel the flight in order to go back and get fuel. I forgot to fuel up before I left. That is a no-no, especially on a flight this long. This plane, it needs all it can get to get you there. So there we go. Now it's full. See the excess weight push the plane down. Now we go back to this panel here. Now that's all messed up. I wish you wouldn't do that. But there is a way to solve that problem. I need to go a little closer this time because last time the seat still got in the way. Now we can push this back out and leave that. Now that's what I want right there. That's a little too much. Right there's what I want. Now we're going to get the It has windshield covered for high altitude and high speed. We let that down, uncover the windshield for takeoff, 5 degrees for taxi, and pull down for takeoff. So pull down. That's like letting your flaps down, but instead the nose cone goes down. Out there it pitches down, that takes place of your flaps. So that's what we do. Now, that's to change the profile of the plane. We're just about ready to get in the air. And we'll go back in here, and all those seem to be done. Everything's all right. The fuel's full. We're sitting there idling. Throttle works. We're park brake still set. This time we pointed the wrong direction. I don't really want to take off that direction. I could taxi down, turn around. I like taking off to the water. If this is the right airport, it's supposed to be. Be verified. I did ask for it. It is. It showed me in the water. I'm not in the water. I'm on the runway. But it showed me facing. I know that's not the land. That water right there is the land. So water's behind me, without a doubt. Let's look around behind me and see. Get on this one and spin around. Yep, water's behind me. I wanted to take off over the water. I didn't want to take off this direction. I think I'll taxi down there and turn around. They have to refuel up. I just fueled up on that blade car too, didn't I? Nope, I had to start the car. Okay. Oh, what is this? TV viewer, that ain't what I wanted. I didn't know that was even down there. I must be up in yesterday. Anyway, no, it wasn't where I started. We want to go. What was I going to do? I want to check the card. The card is running. That's a mistake because I just filled up after the card. That would be a cancellation. So we're going to stop the card. Silly. You got to stop the card, yes. And we'll start the card back right down after I make sure the fuel's topped off. Well, let's go to the other end and top off. I don't want to take off this direction regardless of the wind. I don't think we got no wind about this thing. I've got on first thing that's similar to sit on fair weather. There ain't likely to be much wind in it. I got taxi to the other end, turn this thing around. Let's get over here. I'm just gonna cut across the grass. I'm bad about that. We got one member like to take off on taxiway too. I hope he sees it. He'll know who I'm talking about. But that's all right. I've been known to do it myself a few times. But we're gonna go down to the other end and turn around and try to take off. I'm pretty sure the wind will be wrong, but it shouldn't be more than 2 or 3 knots. So that's all it is. It won't be enough to really affect this plane to mount this thing. This thing don't drive real well. It's swerving. I can't get it to straighten out. It goes too much every time. See, I'm telling it to stop turning. It keeps turning. I don't have a rudder straighten all trim. I should have a straighten all trim button. That would probably stop that and set all ailerons and everything straight in one leg. Once I get right and hit the button. But that's all right. We're going to try it like this. Now I'm going to go out past the runway so I can actually turn around on the runway. I want all of it. I don't need no little bit short. This runway is too short for this plane anyway. Even though it does take off in here with a shorter runway, it's not supposed to. This runway is not supposed to be quite long of this plane. So we're going to use all of it. Even this part right here. And that leaves me what I got. Then you turn right around and ease up on the runway down, roll these lights. Then I'll reset back up. May have to step away from the computer a second too far. Slow down, don't move far. Not no more at all. There we go, right there. Now I'm going to set the park brake again. And I'm going to get back inside the plane. But I'm going to go to here and I'm going to verify the fuel one more time. This flight takes it off. It is short. You probably won't make it. It's up there right at it, but I'm going to go ahead and there we go, right there. That's full. Now I can start the card and not have it cancel itself on me. Only way it cancels down if it land too heavy or crash. Okay. Here we go. I'm on the right airport. That started. Everything is ready. I'm ready to set the trim. Make sure I still got it set. I think I do. Should be still set. We're gonna bring this up right at the trim. Trim it over here, right there. It's still see it just below the dots, I believe. Yep, that's where I want it. Just below the center line. All the lights are on. The nose is all the way down. Everything is ready. Let's see if we can get it in the air. I better preset something. I'll keep. A while ago, I had to set this while I was flying. I made a boo-boo trying to get it done. I'm gonna go 235 below 10. I'm gonna go out runway heading here, so it'll be ready. And I'm gonna set this on 50,000. And we'll climb to it at our rate, not at its rate. We'll choose how fast we want to get there. The faster the better, but you have to maintain the speed while we're doing it. You got to keep the airspeed up under the overspeed button. If it gets very far away from it, it won't catch up very well. You have to slow down the climb real drastically. Now I think we're ready to try it. Let's see what we got going. Full throttle, hold the brake, let her wind up. Just got lighted up that the dawn lights turned up. And we're gonna try to take off right here, but I'm hoping that it don't get off the ground or go down too low. See, it's going down on me. A little won't matter if it don't go down too much. If it goes down too much, I can't keep the doing too much. It ain't supposed to do that. I tried to get the trim now. Get back over here on that runway. Maybe that'll work right there for me to fly it if I can keep it straightened up. We get that out of my way right there. Now we're gonna try to get off the ground. Come on, get off the ground. Don't get in the water, get off the ground. I do believe I made it. I didn't go back and check it, but I believe I made it. Get this stop from overspeed there. Now I'm gonna set the airspeed and the autopilot. Climb a few more minutes. Give it a little more altitude here. I'm gonna see if it'll engage here and hold itself. If not, I'll take back over. 3 minutes. There we go. I believe we got it. Wheels are up. I can raise the nose with one click and it'll still fly. Now I can raise this to 240 without any problem now. Actually 245 should be alright. Raise that another click. That's high as I need to go for a while. I need to keep that profile a little bit for flight at this altitude, this speed. Let's climb above that right there. I'm climbing at 2,000. This time it's holding. Well ago I was having trouble with it. I'm gonna climb a little more before I make that turn into the autopilot. We can bring this up and go to here. There's our flight plan. I don't remember how the other end of it is actually operated. I'll check it when I get there. I don't remember if I got an approach built into it or not. I do not use the GPS approach. I'll approach on my own once I get there. If it's got a GPS approach built into the flight plan, I'll let it bring me around to that area. But anyway, we're gonna let it fly here. I'll go outside and check the profile of the plane. It looks like it's doing pretty good. I want to keep my eye on it so it will crash. It'll get too high and it'll come down. Everything looks pretty good. We're coming up out of lakefront, headed north. I think I set the heading bug up. No, I didn't. Let's go ahead and set this so it'll at least stay on some kind of a path. If I go that way a little bit, that'd be all right there, dead north. That'd be all right. Man, I'm gonna go back inside because I need to keep an eye on the controls for a few minutes. Let's get rid of this. I don't need it. We might do some more checking on it later. Let's put this back to there, and I like that view right there at least, and I don't need nothing else. That view, and then we'll get rid of that for a few minutes. We're climbing out here at 2,000 feet a minute, and we're a little bit slow on speed there. This climb is too fast for this altitude and profile, but not enough to hurt me at this point. I'm going to lower this a little bit to maintain this here, try to maintain that. I can always pick it back up later. Lower a little bit on the nose. Tack angle be a little less on the climb. And this right here be all right here. I want to push this up to here quick as I can, but I did get above 10,000 first. Now I can push this to 48 as long as it don't. And if it pops over, I'm not worried about it. I don't want it to. If it does, it won't cancel my card. It'll just be a no-no. Climbing out, climbing through 6,000. As soon as we pass 10, I'm gonna shove the throttle to the firewall. I want to get that speed up to the overspeed. The overspeed's right there. That much difference right now. I want to get right up there to it. That way, when it hits the altitude that makes it hard, it's about 34,000 at Mach 1. It wants to give you trouble if you don't have them up there all the way. In fact, it will stall and fall if you don't have them up there pretty good. Won't be the first time, pretty sure. And now we can go right here for time and distance that we can go, because that's the line. We'll get a lot more than that once we get up. It don't show, there it goes, show burning now. Well, some of the planes hadn't been showing it as I take off. It's supposed to. I burnt more than 3 gallons already, I guarantee you that much. It says 18, I burned a lot more than that. I burned that much right there per hour. So you know I burnt more than that in a minute or two. Anyway, we'll go back to here for now. That's all we need. And I put that in all my planes because it's a handy tool. You can look at that and tell whether or not you're going to make it as soon as you hit altitude. As long as if it matches your distance at a long range, like 5,000 to 6,000 miles, if it matches your distance, that's good enough. You will gain enough to get down. Even 100 short, you'll probably make it. Anything more than that, you might well shut it off and quit, because you're not going to make it. I do have, I think, my fuel. I keep forgetting to change it. It's on endless. I don't like that. I've installed this into my new machine. I haven't got everything completely set. We're in there doing fair down autopilot anyway. We're not on the flight plan yet. Let's get on the flight plan right now. That'll put us on the flight plan. We'll come over to the line. There, I don't see no line. Have I not engaged the flight plan? Maybe I ought to go back to here for a minute until I see my flight plan live. Oh yeah, we got one. That's all I want to know. Wasn't sure. We're gonna come around to that flight plan live. 10,000 feet. Now we can make a little hay while the sun shines. Let's get rid of this, and we're gonna push this up to just under the overspeed line. I'll let her wind up, and I can go to 2,000 to 3,000 there easy enough. Wrong way, go up. I think it'll handle 3, and I can also, at this point, raise that all the way to the top. At this point in the 3D, this windshield covered up for high speed. I didn't get a chance to see it, but it did. I forgot to get inside and watch it. Now we're doing a little high-speed turn here, coming around to the flight plan. We got shows 60 miles. That's just the next waypoint. That's got a pretty good little flight ahead of us. It's all on IFR, so it's going to be controlled by waypoints. It's not direct. I can make it direct in about a minute, but I'm not going to. I'm going to stay with the waypoints. I think I've got some waypoints on the end added for approach, but I might not have. If not, when I get there, I'll take over and approach it. I don't approach the way the people's supposed to, because I didn't learn that way. But mine usually works for me. I hope the landing is better than takeoff. Don't I am in trouble right now. But let's try it and see. Now this is a long flight. Whether or not I'll have its headset on all the time or not's another story. But I'm going to try to have it on enough to stay in contact with at least every few minutes with, and then change the views or whatever, just to make the flight, because this is a long flight. It's going to get a little boring, I'm afraid. But I wanted to make this flight in the in the heavies list. I hopefully get this there and land it within reason on the card and everything. It seems to be handling a little funny for some reason, but it's a lot to do with the fact that I'm just trying to show off, probably. I ain't doing a very good job of it. Okay, here we go. Let's see what we got here now. I'm gonna get rid of that right there for now. We see we're headed to the line. There's another big airport down there. Probably Baton Rouge where I'm going. Not real sure. May even be all the way up Mississippi already too. I could use the autopilot, the radio so I can tell where I'm at a little bit. I can do that. Let's get back inside the plane. We'll do a little test here. Let's set this up for 11260, and that is the airport at, all right, there. That's the airport at Jackson, Mississippi. Probably the one we just passed. So that's what I thought it might be after I said what I did. We'll pull this up, and that'll tell us how far we are from it. I said it would. It will if I change this. Now, I'm 124 miles west of the airport, passing by. We're headed up toward several others up through here. I don't know all those. I think 1600, I believe, is one also. A little further out, I may not pass close enough to pick it up either. Whoop, 1600. I believe that's one. I may be wrong. Maybe 1650. I don't have my book up. That's where the information is at. It's not all in my head for sure. It didn't come on. It would be on. Well, I don't know if it come on now because I have a radio stack up to that one radio gauge. It is one on, and it should be over that way if I'm right. That is on, but it's not a VOR. That is an ILS. So it's line 2 or something, but it is. No, I'll tell you what. I am on the. That won't work because I'm on the GPS, so that up there won't work. I have to go to this one also. I'm wrong about all the information on that, and I see it. It's wrong. This one is parked south. Yes, parked south. So long as it's parked south means that it's not on. Let's go to 1750. See what we do with it. I know where it is, but it's gonna be maybe far enough away we can't get it as we go by. We move it away from it to the side. That's Memphis, Tennessee. Let's see if it's on. It's not on. It's out of range. I don't know if I'll get close enough or not. But this one right here is still 100-something miles there, and 200 from Memphis. So when we go by, if we keep moving away, we'll be too far away. Keep moving to the west. The other, I thought that right there was, anyway, Arkansas, Texarkana, Arkansas, but I thought it was. And it probably is. It may be 50 though. I'm not sure about that. But I have to have it over here. Memphis is not on. Probably not going to be on. Go to here and we tell where we at accordingly. No, Memphis is not going to come on. Texarkana's right there. It might not even come on. I'm headed I'm headed over toward Fort Worth, Dallas. Looks like to me. Okay, I didn't know where the flight plan was set up for. Looks like about Fort Worth, Dallas, or somewhere. Let's go to the flight plan and look at it. Close this. Flight plan. I don't see Fort Worth, Dallas in there, but it'll be somewhere pretty quick. We'll get this right here and then bring this down. I don't see it, but there's something in that area though, I promise you. We can go all the way to the bottom of here. It don't auto run. You have to keep going down here, and it shows I got 3,400 mile flight in front of me, or 3,044 mile flight as of right now. So I'm probably out by a couple hundred miles over there or more. So at least a 3,400 mile flight. I didn't check it before I left the ground. So that's what we got ahead of us. We'll be doing about Mach 2. We want to stay in touch with this. I forgot already. Keep that right there up. We're in good shape right now, though. The flaps are all the way up. Everything, our nose is cone. We're doing good there. Everything looks fine. As long as that stays here. And this is not rich set, so it means I'm climbing as fast as I want to climb. Another thing, this will also hold you back a little, so it may be the fact that I could climb more and still maintain that speed. We'll do it. If it loses a little bit, we'll get away from it. The quicker I get up, the better off I am. How about 3,500 feet per minute? I don't mind losing a little here. I just don't want to lose more than something like that. The higher I get, the more that'll be. I am now passing through 28,000. Yeah, that's actually I could go to Mach speed now, but to do that I have to keep adjusting. But I do need to do it. But I have to keep adjusting. In fact, that's too much there for what I'm doing. Let's go to 90 on Mach speed. That's good enough. I know it's not up there where I see it, but I'm wrong. This thing goes to Mach something plus. So what am I doing? Come on, get yourself back up there where you was. This thing goes to Mach 3. 2. I forgot about that. My other plane goes to Mach 3, but not this one. I've got a little fictitious plane, Firefox, that they used on the movie Firefox with Clint Eastwood. I've got it. It don't have the right gauges in it, but they work enough to make it fly. It does fly at 80,000 feet at Mach 3. If you handle it right. If you don't, it'll put you down fuel-wise before you could even think about it. Move this up to right there. See the speed here is climbing pretty fast now. But we're not. See, we're losing ground. So I'm going to back this down, even though the throttles are trying to catch up right now. Looks like I'm going to back this back down, try to catch some of that back up. I do need that to stay up there. Now I can run the speed on up here because as long as it's below it, don't matter anyway. As long as I don't let this pass there. As long as I make these adjustments, it'll correct itself on the Mach speed. If you don't do it, it'll sit where it's at. It'll still be flying that speed, but it won't be showing on the indicator right. You'll think it's one place, it's actually another. It looks like you're losing speed, but really you're not. The effect of the speed on the indicator is changing. Going to Mach 2.5. We're going to Mach 2 for over with. Mach 125. The plane just made some adjustments in the engines for the altitude climb. Let's put this on. I'm gonna go ahead and put it on Mach 150. That will. It's well above here, but as long as this don't pass there, and all I do is raise the nose, keep it passing there. If it gets there. On 3,000, it's doing pretty good. We're headed through 40,000. And just start having a little hiccup problem. They're coming on. Get this thing up to altitude. Let's go outside and do a quick look-see. We got above the world. The horizon's starting to look a little off. Mississippi River still back there, look like. So we're still within sight of it, at least. Now this plane may crash the system. If it does, it just does. Pop it in and out of the views is one of the ways it's been known to, more than you think. Is there one plane you don't like to pop in and out of too much, you help? But I'm gonna go on and do it. If it crashes, it just crashes. We're gonna try to get the most out of it. It's all cleaned up and flying, leveling itself off. I still got some lights I shouldn't have on, but they ain't not hurting anything, I don't guess. That's my way. Let me go back and see what I got going here. Go back into 2D, and I can cut off these lights here, these here. Everything else stays on. I'm going to turn the anti-ice on. I turned it off, didn't I? Okay. Anti-cone. Anti-ice right there. Sometimes that's used for two things. If you do, you turn that back off. It stayed that time. I'm turning it on just because of the altitude. I don't know that I actually need it. I'd rather have it not need it than not have it need it. Let's see our center of gravity and everything we up there. Now we don't really want to top out. Let's see what this is doing. See it on how bad it was lying when I tested it. It went to where it actually was doing. Now we can go to, let's go to 75 on here. We might just go on to, let's just go on to Mach 2 on it. Let's go on up to Mach 2 on this. And we just won't let this catch this, we'd hit it. But I need to get off of that climb. In fact, I need to get down to a speed in order to, when I hit the altitude, I don't want to be climbing fast enough that it'll dip. You don't watch. You want to lower this down to about 1200 now, and we'll come on down to just about 200 as we top out. That way when it tops out, it won't dip and start back down a little bit. I'd rather it didn't do that if I get out of it. This plane will do it if you top out at too high of a rate. When it readjusts itself, it'll come back down. We are making a turn. It shows it right there. A waypoint turn. This plane don't need waypoints really. But we're going to see what we can do. That's running. We got that. Everything is fine here. Nothing on here that we can go by. I'll just get rid of that. I can use a hotkey, but I do it that way just as easy. Get rid of this because we got one in front of our face. Now this is climbing up here. Let's make another adjustment here. See, now it shows it matched and it showed it up here a while ago. That's because now let's slow down the climb some more. Let's slow down and climb to about 300. And we'll slow down some more in the last 1,000. 50,000 is where we're headed. We're at 48, coming from 49. Checking on the outside, look for the altitude and where we're at. Starting to look high-minded. Almost got nosebleed altitude. It would be if it's outside that plane. Anyway, in fact, it probably freeze solid. Here we go. There's the world. We've got some lakes out in front of us. Rivers and lakes. I just hit the center button, still the turn button. I turn it like this, which is not as smooth, but I use a different method. I'm still turning, still playing to the leading side. Still coming around to a waypoint. The autopilot's controlling it. Back inside the plane so I can confirm what's going on. Alright, now this is below that. Now it'll Mach 2 will stay below it. I don't have to worry about it no more. And I need to drop this down to about 100 and let it top out at that. We're doing Mach 2 at 49,100 and climbing. Our fuel range now should be getting out there. This plane won't go a long way though. So see, I don't have a whole lot to spare. I got enough, but not a whole lot. It'll get a little more than that yet. We can stay in there 3 hours and 29 minutes, so we got to be there by then. Wheels are up and locked. Plane's trimmed out straight. We're doing all we can do. And I'm gonna change this one more time for get that, make that adjust itself to the right place. We are passing, well, we're climbing at 100, but we still got 700 more feet to climb. But I'm gonna climb it slow from here. We pull the GPS up and get rid of this and come to here, and we're zoomed out right there all the way. We are now leaving Louisiana. We're over about Shreveport, a little south of Shreveport. Texarkana should come on now if I just knew what it was exactly. I wonder if I can find that. I'm gonna go to a piece of paper here. Oh, what have I got going here? I don't need that. Let's get rid of that. I don't think I need neither one of them. I was uploading a little video, but I got it done. Little barnstorming clip. It wasn't much done, but it might be more interesting than this. Let me see now if I can get to here, and I should be able to get to what I'm looking for. I don't. It won't let me shortcut this for some reason. I think it's because the program is supposed to be expired. We're gonna go to right here. I believe that's what I want. That's it right there. Now I want to go down to Arkansas and Texarkana, and it's 1630. And we close that out of our way, and we'll go to 1630 and see where that's located. Go back up there, right there. We'll get right there, and we bring up this one right here, and that's on. Our distance to it is right there. We're 98 miles, almost dead south of it. 97 miles, almost dead south of it. That's Texarkana, what I said right there. We'll be passing by. That is, like I say, just above Fort Worth, Dallas. I don't know where it's exactly. It's our next waypoint. I can do that. I can tell you that much. So we'll go back to here and flight plan. And our next waypoint's on there. We don't have to do that. Next waypoint's right here. FUZ, wherever that is in Texas. But it looks to be here. We'll pass by just a little south of Oklahoma City and go across these other states up here. We'll bear to Kansas and to Colorado. But that's our flight plan for today, and we're going to close that back out. That's easier for me than it is to find the button. Now we're going outside the plane, look around a little bit here, because all we got up here is altitude. That's it. There's nothing down there, folks. Nothing but air. For quite a while. Now let's go to here. We should be topped out. Get rid of these two. Oh, we could leave that up. It's over. It's not bothering nobody. Well, we got one down here though, so okay, we'll close it out too. We've got this. I don't see a DME is on, probably on here somewhere. Avionics button. I hadn't been using. Anyway, let's see what we got here. up here better than it is over me. There's the DME right there to the VOR, but that would be on L1, I would think. L2 is the one I got it on. GPS speed 1147 knots. GPS is GD speed. Ground speed. Anyway, there's a DME right there. And on 2, nothing's all on. Well, that's 2 there, okay. 99 miles from Texarkana. Slightly behind my right wing. Moving away. Go to the 3D and see what we got. Bring it up to here. A lot of this don't respond right, so I don't mess with it much. When I land from this cockpit, what I do, I put both my autopilot up where I could watch it control it. I like to land from here because you see the ground just a little bit better. But I hadn't had this view set like this, so I don't know about that. Well, we'll get it when we get there. Now let's go. We're still a ways out though. Let's zoom in on the plane, get a little better look at it if we can. Air France. Look on the belly of it. Little rock marker somewhere, but we don't know where. Can't see it from here. Let me zoom it back out. Right there. We'll deal with that right there. Gives you a better ground view to do that. Alright, we've topped out. The airspeed is stable. We can set this for the last time today. Now that's where it should be. Last time till we start down, I'll put that away. Now if it don't give us any physical troubles, this plane don't usually. We could go 4,076 miles if we don't change a thing. Plus we'll gain another 500 probably. The more we burn the fuel off, a lot of the plane gets, the further it'll go. We got us a big airport down there. I don't know which one. I might be able to pick it up right here. Okay. Airport Fort Dallas, I think. Yep. Right there, Fort Worth, Dallas. Sure is. I told you we were going to be pretty close to it, but I didn't know where. That's within the airspace of it. exactly what I thought. Might be better to see that. Next waypoint is either here or one of these here between. Tell we'll turn the corner, the red line will show you. And it'll come up down and tell you what it is. So I'll try to make this little flight. It'll take me, let's see what it says here. It should tell how long it is too. Bring that down to there, and then bring this down to the bottom. It don't actually tell you, does it? But we're traveling at over 1,100 miles an hour. Actually, should be going that, but that's what it's saying. And that's 2 hours, just over 2 hours from now. The last leg is 22 miles, and the heading is 258 on it last leg. 278, I get it right. Read it wrong. I don't read, I just look, point, and guess. That may come with the fact that I can't read. Okay, good luck doing that. Oh, well, uneducated Tennessee boy. But I've learned a lot in the last 10 or 15 years, 20 on this computer. To be honest, when I started running the computer, I couldn't even read it. I do fair now. You'll see mistakes in some of my stuff, but especially writing, have a little problem, but I'll make it understandable if you really pay attention, I think. Anyway, we're not going to worry about that. All we're going to do is fly the plane for now. Let's clear this back out. Let's go back to here and zoom it back out a little bit. There we go. So we crossed at Oklahoma, and Oklahoma City is probably, maybe over here. That's probably right in that area right there. So we'll put Texarkana, not that, but this may give me Amarillo also. It's off over here. I may be out of range of it, but we're going to check it. It's up in this, maybe right there. The dude was probably out of range of it here. But we will watch for it if I can find the numbers to it. I have to go back to the book. I don't really want to right now. If I'm going to, now's the time though. So that, making another waypoint turn over Texarkana. I was up there. Over $4. I could go look up Amarillo. Nothing else in this thing going on. We go back to my documents here, and down here's this little book right here, and that's what it is. We go to Texas. I've got this book I built myself over the last 20 years, or so, flying and putting down stuff I don't want to remember. But it's thing about, at least when I go into it, it don't pause my plane. If you go into the map, even though you got it set not to pause on exchange, all that means is when you come back it won't pause. When you go off it's still paused. Texas all the way down Tennessee, ain't it? Below that, okay. I was looking for it too quick. Okay, Tennessee and Texas, I believe is right. Come on, where you at? Right there. And we're going, I'm going to check Amarillo, which Rich Help was the name of it. And the VOR is 1660. I'll close that back out again. I could leave it on tap. No, well, I can leave it. I'll leave it on the background and probably stay on taskbar. Be easy to find. And be where I left it last. 1660. Let's bring this right here up. And we'll put 1660 on this one. We're going to pass that way back on. Alright, we'll bring this up, but I think we're still out of range now, but we may get within range. See it's parked down. both of them out of range now. For forward, Dallas wouldn't be. At this point, I don't believe it don't take long at this speed to get out of range of it though. I'm not gonna go get a nut right now. I'm gonna let it go at that. Another airport down there. Get rid of the stuff on the screen. We don't need it right now. But that is the information I use to fly the plane, so that's how I get it. And I can get across here without even using the flight plan. But I can't walk off and leave the system if I do that. I may want to leave the room or answer the phone, stuff like that. If I did that, let's see, when that happens, they scat cat. Anyway, I had to sneeze bad. I jumped out of the headset, but it might not help much. Now we're still making them waypoint turns. I think they're close together right in here. Well, the next one's pretty far. It's up in the next one's in Colorado, okay? And like I say, we might be close to right there, I believe. We might be close to pick that up. Either there or there, one of them two. If it's here, if we don't have it down, we're not gonna get it. It's on 160 miles and showing it off from right front. It's that right there is what it is. That is Rich Husband right there. Now we'll know when we pass it by that right there. So, and the closest point on this right here, when it starts going up, we have passed it. We'll go back outside the plane a few minutes, and I can use those to watch. And right now it's somewhere off right in there, but too far to see. It's 150 miles. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a cup of coffee and get rid of my plate. mic is too sensitive. I'm back from my coffee and I got me a little pick of bologna. Try that for a while. If you don't know what that is, it looks like a red link sausage, but it's wrapped red bologna that's pickled by grocery store on the shelf sometimes. Yeah, little home mom and pop grocery stores, so you see them on the shelf. Selling them out of the jar one at a time. That's what I got. Just opened a brand new jar for myself. And I'm going to try to find a way to eat it without it interfering with my flight. I was gone for a few minutes. It wouldn't be so bad. The trip back to Cali ain't very far. But when I got back, my co-pilot was sound asleep. I had to shake him a little. At least he didn't knock the autopilot off while I was gone. I hope I hadn't even looked. It's still flying pretty well. We're going to try that right there a few more minutes. I'm hoping to get there. Well, we should get there by lunch on this flight. I left out about dawn. Three and a half hour flight. Should be there for lunch or by lunch. I want to get out before dark. That's what I want to do, but it don't have to. I can do it either way. Back inside the plane. Well, our Amarillo is still on. Behind us now on the left side, 87 miles away, and moving away. The further we move away, the more we show behind. By the time it gets around about the south, we'll probably lose it. It's a good high altitude VOR. It'll go almost 200 miles at this probably. Should be able to hold it that long. I could set Denver up, probably pick it up. Should get close enough to it to pick it up. Not far off of it, just by getting into Colorado this season. I may check it, but I mean, it'll be going back to the book, but I've already officially had it. GPS need to be made smaller. I gotta get in there and try to do that. It takes up too much space on the screen. Do it this way temporarily, but I can make it stay that way. And stretch it if I want to the other way. Yeah, it actually uses right at Denver right there. Flies around the mountain. That don't make sense at all. At this altitude, that's what that is. That's how far around the mountain at low altitude. That's what this is set up on. I could go in and knock some of them off. Straighten it out. It also takes fuel. This plane goes turning it fast. I think the last time I did do that. Uh-oh, another phone call. mind helping the vets, but I think it should be done through the government. It should be done right, not like it is. So that's what they need to do. Take it to Congress and do it. Quit begging for money. I don't mind giving my part, but there's no reason why the government can't take care of the vets in the best that they need. If it's above a need, me or you're the one don't deserve it. We got to earn it ourselves. Take that, all the information they got, go straight to Congress and make them pass a law to take care of it. I'm pretty sure they would go along with it if we do it right. Anything that's within the need of a vet that's been wounded. I am a vet, so I'm not talking against something I don't learn about. I'm not a wounded vet, but I am a veteran. I was wounded, but it was at birth. It wasn't right. Still ain't right. Anyway, beside the point, we're still flying. Let's see what we got going here. Get down in the plains now, away from the other mountain, but we're headed to the big ones. I can make this plane skip them in the autopilot. That's what I'm going to try to do. I want to try to move us to one of the points beyond. I can make it skip those flights in the autopilot. That'll help me get out of so many short turns in Denver. Bring this back up, this back up, this back up. If I remember correctly, you go to here, 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 here. I don't know where. Let's see if I can figure out which ones I want to skip. About 6 in front of me. Now, here and here, and this is where we're headed to now. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right there. If I remember correctly, you hit that right there. And that, and now it's going to go to that one and not skip all those others, and that'll straighten out the flight. If you go back to here and to here, you'll find that the next red one is other than that, I don't see it, whatever, unless it's in here. Once you turn around, go back to where you came from. I think it might be a way to do it. I might have did something wrong. Let me put this on direct flight and see what I got going. Let me get this up and bring this back around toward the flight. Something didn't do what I told it to do, I think. Bring this back up so I tell what I'm doing. Now let's get back headed along here anyway. This is about 320. Going along there, we'll do that right there. That'll do for now, and I'll go back to check see what I've done wrong here. I do know that that's the way it's done. I might have just out did something else wrong. Got to reload the plan though. Where is my FUZ? Was Texas, I do believe. So something told me a story here. I didn't go to where I was first. I thought it came on where I was. It didn't. That's where I am there. Now I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we try that. Menu. And enter. Now it should be in front of me when it takes over. Let's see where we at. That was my mistake. I started it. Now that's there. I still need to go some more. That's not enough. We'll just stay on this heading a minute and I'll do it again. We here. We want to go down to whatever next. Let's see. Here. And here. Here. There's where I got it set now. We go about 3 more, and then we'll set it. Get out of them crooked spots if I can. Now let's see what I'll set it on. And we get to here. Oh, there we go. That's better now. It's still to here, but it's our wheel. It skips all this here. We'll get into that. We may advance it again later. That'll cut out a lot of them turns. We'll have to wiggle back to the direction to it, but it's what it'll do. It should head to that right there now, direct. Give or take a very little. And that'll bypass all these little crooked marks around this mountain, because the mountain's not in my way for it. It fits out of feet. I could move this all the way to about Seattle or something. Or wherever it crosses the border here. It don't go to Seattle, it crosses there. More. Well, it'll go to the last known point. I don't want that either, that's wrong. I want to go to here, and forward to where we are now, and that's where they start showing time. I'm going to go forward several more. That's BUC, and it's in Canada. I'm going to go right there and let it fly direct to that. That'll give me a lot of these crooked kinks out of it. Get rid of this, and it's there. Did that move up that time or not? I don't think it did. Let's try it again. Let's try here, and move it up. Maybe I didn't do it. I didn't go menu that time. That's what's wrong. You gotta go menu first. Heard what I said, we go to menu first, and then enter. That'll update it. There we go. That's what I've done wrong. And now it's set to it should be set forward. It is. I know it is. Let me see where it's set to. Way up there. And it should go to that almost direct. Might not exactly. But she should go to that now. That point right there. It's whatever it calls the most direct route. It's being an arch around the world. It may fly up into here, but it calls us a more direct route. That's all it matters. All it does. We'll watch it, see what it does. It's still moving over a little bit, but it's going to get in line. Whatever this right here does or something. But it'll cut out all these little kinks. Once it straightens out, it'll quit kicking. If it don't turn too far, don't believe it will. I don't know. I don't fully understand the method, but it works. It should. Can't tell you why it turned the directions it actually did, but I'm gonna let it go because it's supposed to know what it's doing. It may be trying to get in that line right there this way, which is not a good idea, but we're gonna let it go and see what happens. All that line right there now looks like offset. Maybe not. while and see what happens. Set the plane, check a few settings. Everything still looks good. That's still holding. This is done turned off. It's no longer showing anything. We're headed to the next waypoint on our what we selected, supposedly. I can show from waypoint to waypoint up there, not from here to there. It could be what's going to cause a problem. I've done it before and it generally works. Cockpit here and see what's in here. Out the window. Okay. Oh, got an engineer back there. I didn't know that. He's awful quiet. He hasn't said much today. I guess he's scared. He knows I'm a pilot. He's scared today. He sure got his mind on what he's doing. If he misses it, he knows I will. Okay, co-pilot. Pilot here, I don't think it might be. Well, that wasn't one right there. I looked at the seat, what that does. That's I do have a pilot too. Look, but that's down through his head. What if we look at him? Let's go look at him. See if we can see him. Right there, look at that window and see if he's in there. He might stick his tongue out at you too. Oh. That was a reset. That wasn't a good idea. Let's get back to the autopilot. Hit the wrong button. I just reset everything. Like everything's alright though. This here was because the plane was totally reset. It's having to regain its. This right here changed from there to there. That was because I hit a reset button to reset my plane. I didn't really mean to do that. I was on the wrong button when I was trying to bloom it. Looks like we are at though, so let it go. Back to what I was doing. Okay, now we don't want to get on that button no more. Still trying to look at that window. I do see him in there though. Sure do. Let's see the engines too. Let's zoom in there and try to look at that one. Well, that ain't right. This button. This one, huh? One of these buttons moves that zoom. Plus button, but I keep getting on the wrong one. Looks like you got it back to the window. That ain't good. That may be the engineer. I see the engineer in the back seat. Look at that. Oh, I keep trying to get it. I can't get it where I want it. All the way or nothing. But still good enough. Oh, zoom him in. Go down a little more and do that. That's the pilot there, the engineer right there. Sitting behind him, look like he's almost in his lap. You better watch him too. There's something going on there. Get out of here. That's getting me in trouble. Zooming back out. There we go. Back up this way. Drink a coffee like they went the wrong direction. See what we got here. Go back and check this again. Everything seems to be alright. Yes, that's right. We'll live with that right there. as I get closer to where we're going, I'll have to get the information on the approach and the ILS and everything. I'll have to go back to the book and get it and write it down, but I hadn't done that. It's been a few days, so I don't have a recording of what I've done. That phone just keeps on ringing, and I usually nothing but garbage. Heard the call a part of that was a anyway, it's like electioneer for one of the governors here in Tennessee, and or one of the members of the House or whatever. I don't like to expound with them what I think. It's none of their business. I'll do what I gotta do, and that's the way it goes. I have to agree with what she said, but that's another story. I don't let her know it all together. I try not. But that's my business, not hers. What I think and who I will go with. But since she's with the other party, not the other party, but the other Republican, she's gonna definitely talk the other one down. She's got to. It's her job. That's the way I see that. I'll make my decision myself up on the information I get. Look at territory now. Better check see where that plane is going, because I made changes while ago. I might not like them. Back to here. And to here. Here. And look this back out. Still flying the wrong way at this point. I don't know what it's got intentions. It's got to go to here if it does what I told it to do. How it gets there is, it's supposed to get there in its most direct route for itself. To me, it don't look most direct, but I'm gonna wait and see what it does. As long as it don't pass this line, I'll probably be all right with it. But even that is further than this. I'm thinking my book. I skipped too many of these at one time for that situation, but I thought it was straightened out more. And again, it probably is straightened out more. Just in my book, it's not. The world's not flat, and what we're looking at here is flat. That would be planets going this way. It's going around the curvature of the Earth to make the most direct point to there, I think. In fact, it looks like it's rotating that way right now. I thought I just saw movement that way. I believe this right here just moved closer to that by a click. Which means the plane is turning that way slightly. That's probably because it's going to get over to a line that within the curvature of the Earth. That's what I think it's going to do. And you don't even have to go to here. It can go to there. Is where you go to. Get over here to get to where it belongs could be wrong. The rest of it's supposed to be closer than any of the other route. That's what the GPS is supposed to do, but it does not. The most direct route. It don't look that way. In my eyes, it's not, but it's beside the point. Fly a little longer, see what happens. At least it's away from them mountains. They know I'm above them, they're not in my way anyhow. Get on the heading bug and get away from that. Somebody coming into this flight. They come up here, they're going to be surprised. They come in next to the host of a small plane, it's going to shake him pretty good. Let's see what we've got right here. There he is right there. And alone. Comes in anywhere around me, it's supposed to be on my GPS, but he's probably still in the lobby right now. He can come in anywhere he wants to, maybe blow off the map, as far as I'm concerned. But I've got this map covers, this right here covers close to 1,000 miles. It's about 500, well I think it's still on 500, so I thought it was, okay. Now we've been close to 1,000 or more up here. This right here should be 500 or somewhere along in here. Give or take a little. The rest of it's beyond that. That coffee cup's too little. I done found the bottom of it again. I need to check TeamSpeak and see if anybody own it. If they know I'm recording, they won't come in. Nobody's in. Radar's not even. Yeah, he is. No bits is in. Hopefully he'll stay up there. If he comes down here, he could mess the flight up. His mouth's a little rough at times. Oh, we'll try it and see it. He watches this, he'll hear exactly what I said. Anyway, that's not a big deal. Lousy. I'll let nobody comes in what I'm doing. Go more. Oh, we got the other new man coming in again, Noah. Left. Once it came in left, I didn't see it come in. Sometimes they come in and can't make connection, they go straight back out. I don't believe it's my problem, it could be. I just rebooted a little while ago, but it shouldn't be. Unless too much activity too fast and they can't handle it on their network. This plane at high altitude and high speed does have an effect on other people's network when it's trying to track my plane in their system. As for I'm in my server, not somebody else's. Slowly turning that way, I see the map rotating, I believe. I see the plane turning now too, I believe. Yep. Tilt to the right and turning to the right. bring around toward that line now. That got changed in my reset a while ago. But the seat didn't get back the way, okay. My reset moved that out. These long flights at high altitude, there's really not much to be done except just sit and ride. Rotate around, look, and check the GPS, see where you're at, and stuff like that. That's it. Yeah, if I pass close to an area, I might set up a VOR to recognize that area. As long as I'm on a flight plan, I don't have to do that really. Still rotating into that line. That's what I'm doing, heading into that line. Look like more or less on that angle is what it's going to be by the time it gets there. The line of that line to it, which is not, to me, is not closer. It might be to the GPS. That's not necessarily what it's doing, but what it looks like to me. That may just be the shortest point that happens to line up. Flight out of the way, and I need to do a little work outside, possibly today. So today will be gone, but I mean, getting ready for tomorrow, really. I gotta try to start mowing. Got about 5 acres to cut. We gotta get it mow sharp and things. Should have started 2 days ago, so it's gonna be a little hairy. And it also reset my GPS when I done that. See how big it is. And make it small again. And I'll get the setting one of these days. I can do it while I'm flying, but it being showing you what I'm doing, which I don't care. But also, I mean, blocking the view of the flight while it's flying. You might be interested in changing it, but the GPS, when I go into the panel studio, which I use, it'll always reset the GPS to a different view. It'll set it on over here on the left hand side. It'll be always from the top to the bottom and almost a third of the screen. That's just its way of doing it, I guess. Every time you go in there and save it, it'll put it over there and you gotta go back and move it back. By rewriting that window, I always go back to the first backup that it makes, which will be the original, and I take the number 2 panel, which is my GPS, and copy and paste it into the original panel at that time, and it'll put it back where it came from. But it's also got a degree of ratio on it. The ratio settings is what makes it so big here. And I take them off, then I can reset the size. Whatever I want, it'll stay there. The Pedal Studio may change it, but it won't change on here and be wrong. I can always put it back. And it'll be small like I got it now. If that's what I want, I set what I want as I go. Instead of being so big. That was the original setting, the big one was. I've learned how to change that here in the last little while. I do have to change the size on most windows, but this one here, they had a ratio, it didn't. You change it and see if it go right back where it was at, as far as the numbers will be different, but the size won't change the size of it. It comes right back to the same place. But if you take off that ratio, then you change the numbers, it changes the size of it instantly. The only thing is you got to keep the window size and the size of the GPS the same size. By doing that, it'll work. If your window gets too small, it'll chop off part of the GPS. If it's too big, it'll be an area around it. When you click it, it'll highlight an area on it. Like this one highlights the area at the top. That's intentional. That's so when it hits the top, my gauge will still be below that bar. That's the way I set it. This don't have that because this don't go to the top. It comes to the bottom when I set it. The 3 across the top's got that, like that one, and that one. All three of those got that stop. That way it stops right there, and the bar will be above it. It won't block it. This banner will be above it. If you let it all the way to the top, then the banner comes up and it comes on a little bit. So I started doing that here lately. Now let's see what we got going here. Still ain't too bad, but this is closer to here now than it was. So it's coming around toward this line. That's coming to the top. If it gets right, that'll be right there somewhere. It may hold a little wind on it or something, stay to one side a little. 30 frame rates, which I've got locked on 30, so right at 30. And then fuel is at 62% already. And we still got a long ways to go. I'm not sure we're gonna make it. I hope we do. I did the last time. These things I've been changing might actually cost me. Whether I go a lot of the plane gets, whether it will go. So we go inside and see what we got. Go into the 3D, 2D right here. And yeah, I got plenty of fuel on it. It shows, well, I don't know, I'm maybe telling a story. Well, it still shows 3,198 miles of range, and the GPS is showing what? Let's see what it's showing for range. You'll have to go to here to get that. Over to the bottom, and it'll tell you what you got left to go. But we only had 3,080 before, so we're well under that. Our distance is now is 1,700 miles, and we can go 3,000. We got more than twice as much we need at this point. Well, 7 would be 3,400 miles here if it doubles, and we've got 31 as we fly. We don't change that. It'll take a little more to land, but coming down will save also. Once you go into landing profile, the quicker you go in, the more fuel you burn. And I'm pretty bad about going in real early because it gives me more stability getting ready. Especially these planes like this, the big planes. So now we're going to close. Let's put this back where it came from. Here, okay. And we can illuminate that out a little more. Still won't get that there. I like to keep it in sight. Now, I'm going to get rid of that by using a hotkey. Here we go. Get rid of them the same way. Okay. And we're back in the panel. Fuel is running at about N2. It don't say how much, so okay. What down here does, well, these are what these are. N1 percentage. All right, try to check it. And fuel flow indicator. That's what that right there is too to me. Temperature of the engines, the exhaust. Check stuff here and see what we got on it. This thing shows that you've got, see the fuel is balanced on these two. That right there is a little different. This right here. This shows it's still full. That's because it's pumping the fuel to this tank here to keep the plane as balanced as it. It'll keep us from full and burn us off, or reverse. As we come down, they'll switch. It'll be fuel back up on its own. These two here will stay balanced. To the left and right. It'll burn these two out first probably. But these two will remain balanced in the plane until the last minute. If you change this right here to whatever, then you got to handle it, and it gets a little confusing. lights will start coming on as the fuel go low, but it won't matter because it's going to balance the fuel and keep it where it needs it anyway. They just say low fuel or out of fuel and it's up there. The others will still be running the plane. Now, go back into the 3D a minute. It looks alright. Back outside. Try to crash the system. Pop it in now. It's a good way to crash that system. But this is a new machine. If it crashes, it just crashes. Maybe it won't, maybe it will. Won't know, we'll find out. The specifications on the machine is on the website under discussions, I think. I think I got it where to share people see it. I hadn't learned how to set all that yet, so I've still got some. I noticed that people doing posts is not coming on public, it's coming in out of sight, so I don't know if anybody else see them or not, but I'm having to look for them to find them myself. But I'll find out later. Too much to learn at one time for a country boy, that's all I got to tell you. OBS pulled my hair out for the last month, but I think I've got it almost where I want it. Good enough for now. I'll tweak it some more later if I learn. I'll try to remember to go back to where I was. I actually used a recorder to record my settings. All but one page says it wouldn't record it. I went back and took a picture of it. It won't let you change it, so it takes the settings off when you're recording. You can go in there. So I went in there that one page and then on settings and the rest of it did. Once I got through, I turned it off, went back to those settings and took a picture of them. Put them all in a file so I could go back and reset by them and not have to be guessing trying to find it. I bring a video up, freeze, and set the settings to match each page. That's for me, it wouldn't work for everybody. That's where a lot of these guys say, people ask, how do you set OBS? You can't tell a person how to set OBS. Each machine sets different. And his settings won't work for you and your settings might not work for him. So he can give you a general idea maybe, but his settings would not actually be right. He may give you an idea of what to do to make it work. This plate here is being flown with my settings on my monitor one below normal, and all of the OPS is set up at the same setting as the monitor now. I could raise them on this flight probably fine, but they won't work on my other games, so I'll leave it there. Seems to work on this pretty good. It's supposed to match. The 18 wheel is still across the barrel. You notice it don't fit the screen. It's a little narrow because the 18 wheel will not set as high as I've got mine, and mine won't set to match it. So I had to leave a difference. That leaves a little border on one side of the screen not being recorded. Well, it's recording the desktop through it. You can see it on the corner. I could black the desktop out and it would take that appearance off. You wouldn't even notice it. Be a black border. But I'm not going to go through that trouble because that don't hurt the video really. I uploaded another pretty good size run last night on 18 wheels still across America. The idea of that game is to become a millionaire before your AI competition does. This is a game I'm playing. To play it straight through the way that it's set up, all I ever do is become bankrupt. So I learned a way to manage the company and make money while playing it and beat the competition. And that's where I'm headed with. I'm on week 3 and I'm going to plan on beating it anywhere from 5 to 8 weeks. I would say 5, probably 7. Usually last time I beat it on 6, I think. It would depend on a lot of different variables. But most of it is due to how fast I do the changes at the end of the week. Got it stopped at week 4 or week 3. Pick to start week 4. When it comes back on, I got to buy all the trucks I can before I start. And every Sunday night at midnight, I'm going to sell them all. buy them back Monday morning just after midnight. And by doing that, I save money on the expense money and create a lot faster growth. And the expense money is why you can't make it the other way. I have been planning and look down and say, oh, I done good this week. I made $12-14 million this week. Then the expense money comes out, it's 20 million. So you didn't do any good. I can't ask you. That's just the way the game's set up. It's designed to make you think you're trying to beat competition. Really, you're going bankrupt all the time. But you sell them trucks off Sunday night before midnight, buy them back after midnight. They'll only charge you expense money for one truck that week. If you do that, you will beat the game. That's what I'm doing. That's enough of that. Back to Flight Simulator. That's just one more of the games. If you want to watch it, it's out there. If you don't, that's still alright too. I put it there for people that want to watch to watch. The people I know mostly, but it don't matter to anybody. I saw something, I have no idea what it is. I can't go look and see. White spot right down there. Maybe a snow-covered little mountain. I'm somewhere getting up toward Canada now, I think. Get the GPS and look, see where I'm at. Yep, across the Canada line right now. That's what I thought. Leaving Montana. Head across the line. See how it's supposed to be like being there. Bring it down to the bottom of the... If I went GPS direct, I wouldn't have to do this. This flight plan was set up for a different plane, actually, I guess. Well, it's the first plane. What am I talking? I was still like 1,500 miles being there. I thought like less than a while ago. Anyway, 1,553 miles. Now 100 miles skin, that's coming out. That makes it about 50 miles here. 100 miles to there, and we go back into the Canada mountains. Canadian mountains headed up toward Alaska. We may advance that map some more, but right now we're going to let it go at that right there to get there. And it is now going to the line in order which it should be. It just called itself closer to the other way it's done. But it is also in line with that line. It might have been what it done. If it did, that cost me money. If it was Arch of the Earth that was trying to get around, it's cheaper. But if it did it just because of that line, it's not cheaper. I heard something. What did I hear? I've got team speak in my ear also. I don't think nobody's there though. Up there. Nope. Benson Cap, they'll probably let them chatter. I don't need them. Not now. Not what I'm doing. They're welcome, but as long as they hold it, voice, the language to a point that family can watch. I'd rather not get it beyond out of hand too bad. Trying not myself. It's hard for me. I'm used to fussing at my machine, and now if I fuss at my machine, you hear me. I do not edit yet. I'm probably going to start later. I've got to get that program and learn. But right now, it's as I tape it. That's how it comes in. And these are videos like this. It's 2 or 3 hours long. It takes 5-6 hours to upload at my upload speed. I'm not doing live stream because they haven't been working for me, even though they might now. I haven't tested here lately. Since these last 2 or 3 videos I haven't tested. The last 2 or 3 videos have been really excellent, good as far as I'm concerned. Beside of what I have been getting, they really look good. If they don't look good for you, they do for me, and that's all I got to go by. I hope other people can see them. At least it's pretty close to the same quality. I know when I had a slower machine, other people's videos, some of them I couldn't watch, had buffer. I've had 1 or 2 buffered, I deleted them. that buffer for me, but I can't tell if they buffer for you or not. And if they buffer, it's usually a quality of handling large files that you're having trouble with. The quality of the settings on the. Now I've got it set down at least one level on my overall recording. I would be going at 1080p, but I don't. Right now I'm not. Because of old games I'm trying to record don't match it, I'm just not going to try to do it. This looks fine. I had to readjust the monitor branding box. I just tried to get it set. I've got it now where it's pretty good shape, I think. But I've messed up setting it up trying to set inside of a game. When I come back out, my monitor was all messed up. I had to reset it back to outside, and I'm going to leave it there. Inside don't work. I was trying to get a game Half-Life 2 where I could see the sights inside the game that on a light background I couldn't see them. If I could change the color of that sight would help, but I hadn't been able to find no way. It's a light, it's just dark, but at the same time it's not real contrast. And when it hits that white wall or something, the man set in front of it, you can't tell where you're aiming at. So you can't hit him. You got to hit him. Don't he's going to hit you. So I'm going to try to get some more of that after a while, to another hour or two of Half-Life 2 and get it up to there tomorrow. Tonight, something. If I don't nothing else happen, things keep coming apart around here and I have to stop and work on stuff. Anyway, and people get into TeamSpeak, wanting to fly something, I try to stop and go fly with them. They don't want me to record, so I don't record. That's all right. I'm in here, this is my server, and if the people come in and get recorded, they just do. We've got 2 people in now. I don't think nobody's following me though. That's because of my altitude, partially. They might want to, but it's hard to do at this altitude. You have to have something that will fly at that altitude. And they like to play around the airports with those F-18s and stuff. It's all right, I don't care. As long as they don't fly through my plane, I can deal with what they do. If they don't come in with names that's unrespectable, but the name on the screen don't suit me, I delete it. Get rid of it. Kick him out. It's just the way I do it. If he could talk and have a bad tongue, I'd still kick him out. But in here, the voice don't work, so it don't really matter. They've got it on, but you can't understand it. You can't adjust the bandwidth on it. In GameSpy, you can adjust it. Here, you don't seem to be able to. In GameSpy, you can slow it down and clear up stuff in here. I tried that here, and it wouldn't let me change it. Research it and see if it really is anyway, but I haven't found a way. Right, we got a big airport here, CYBW. We'll be turning on the VOR. CYYC. What that looks like, it is CYYC. CYBW or CYYC here. But Vancouver, I don't think. Decided that it was CYYC. I know that number and I can't place it. And if I do it on here, it can mess up my flight, and I'm not going to do that. I can put it in here and not finish it and tell me what it is. If I don't finish it, it should go back to the flight plan. A bit silly I get, better watch now. Mess up the flight. Let's see what we got going here. Direct. And a little button. CYYC. Calgary is what that is, okay. Calgary. Alberta, Canada. Now let's get away from here without saving that, and the flight plan stays on. There we go. Calgary, Canada. Let's see one of my truck games too. But I forget which one. Long haul might have it. Long haul's got some out of the states, cities. I know it's got Thunder Bay. Long haul, maybe pedal to the metal trick. I got both of them installed. Played a little bit on the YouTube, but I haven't got into them all the way. I really wanted to do Across America, and I've got it going now. I'm doing it. Once I get it out of the way, I may go to some of those. But I want to get that 6-7 weeks in and try to beat that game. They can tell me I beat it. Or didn't. Whichever comes first. If one of the competition beats you, it'll probably stop team. They will win. Cup's empty again. I believe one might get up get a cup. So look around here a little bit more. Up here, all you do is see the little bit of got a contrail back there. I hadn't been looking at that myself. Rivers down there, city. Says Calgary right there, pretty close. That's probably what that is. That's a good shot right there, look at it. There's that airport right there. Probably with Calgary just going up under me. We should make a slight turn here, I think. Look at it, right? I'll get it back here where I can see it. And we'll go back to here and see what we got. Oh no, we on a straight run from there to the next one. D-A-L-L-Y. Now I could straighten out the next couple of flights, but I'm going to make these little short turns. There's not that much of them. Before I do anything else, make a couple of these. Blend this all the way out and see what we got. The rest of them not too bad. They're right down the mountains over jagged. Now they're look a lot better than they go by. Little zigzag won't hurt. Go back and check the fuel. Keep a little look at it. Says I got enough fuel to go 2,815 miles. I can fly for another 2 hours and 27 minutes. I've got 16,958 gallons left in. It should be actually on pounds at this rate. But that's what this plane runs on. Counts. I have burnt 32,000 pounds, 32,400 something pounds since I left, and I've still got 113,200 pounds on board. I can go 2,800 miles yet, and I can stay in the air 2 hours and 26 minutes. If I don't change anything, the wind don't change, that would be too bad. Anything changes, that changes slightly accordingly. It just changes waypoints. Every time you pass a waypoint, that updates to it. Get rid of this, I don't need that. Get that down for a few minutes. What we got here? Good coming there. One of them guys you brought in planes, whatever. suppose. Oh, wow. I turned too fast or what? I probably turned too fast. I couldn't get over there. Sharp at this speed. If they get too close together, they can't make the turns. It's something else too. I had a little small flight and a little prop plane. Had them close together, they couldn't make the turns. I had to quit it and do something else. In fact, I flew it by hand along the line without following the line. That's what I did. I used autopilot and the heading book to fly. Instead of one of them Alaskan flights. A little prop plane. We couldn't turn fast enough. I couldn't run. In fact, I went back and restarted. Set it up with a little longer waypoints and stuff. Did it. I was trying to follow right along the coast. They wouldn't do it. Wouldn't turn fast enough. They'd get lost and start looking for one of the other waypoints. Like a loop, turn, miss the waypoint, try to go back to it, and you can't do that. You ain't got time. You loop, miss it, you won't turn that up. As long as it makes it back to that waypoint, we got it made. Look like it's gonna be just about good enough. It's trying. It's having to turn awful fast or something. There it goes now. It's got it right back the other way. What I would think is wouldn't get off too much if I got back over there. It looks like it's off for no reason back up, but it'll get off a little here. That much I know. Doing Mach 2. It cannot make a sharp turn. And this flight plan was set up for something smaller down low. Land most any plane can fly. We did have to make stops to get fuel. I probably won't do it right away, but I have flown around the world more times. I've got fingers and toes in here. I could attempt it one of these days. I didn't do it such long flights so that it wouldn't be real interesting. Just going to do it, I need to stop pretty regular. Make it more interesting. I generally leave Memphis, land in Hong Kong. Leave Hong Kong, go the other way around the world, land in Memphis. Fly across the other way across Istanbul and EGLL, then on end up use them as waypoints. That way the GPS won't carry you back around the other way. If you just set it back up going back to the same city, it'll go back the way it came. So I add a couple of waypoints, bring it around. Get it on the other side of the world, then it'll go the other way. But the 777 will go from Memphis to Hong Kong, and it'll go from Hong Kong back to Memphis without stopping. Around the world, two things. One fill up after you leave. About 15, 16-hour flights, something like that, give or take a little. I chose this plane today so it wouldn't take forever. I could have chose one to cut it another third, but I didn't. To get up and walk around a minute. Take his headset off about 2 or 3 minutes and be right back. I've got things I need to get out and do, and the day is getting gone. It's 4 o'clock already. I won't get nothing done today. That's alright. I don't have to. I'm a retired construction worker. It's what I want to do, not what I have to do. Unless something emergency breaks. I can get a phone call and be gone here in 2 minutes, but that's beside the point. It happened the other night. I had to hit the ground running, stay gone for about 6 hours, 8. And I hit the ground about 8 or 9 o'clock at night, so it was the next morning when I stopped moving. Got home at 2:30, got to bed at 4:30. I come in there, got on the computer and started playing. That's what took so long. Set my monitor over from DVI to HDMI. The first time I tried it, it wouldn't find the cable. Now, after I learned how to make it find it, put it back on. DVI is the default setting. It's the first one listed. HDMI has to be told to find the cable. And I didn't know that. Monitor was brand new and I had no idea. Didn't read the instructions, that's what they come to. When everything else fails, then you read the instructions. Back up again and see what's going on. Stretch it back out. Next waypoint right there. Just about back. Now up here it'll show the plane flying on a little angle. That's just due to GPS. The world up here is not as it assumes to be. And the GPS turns a little wild. But you get up here a little further than when you apply to the points. It'll apply to them crossways, but it won't apply to them straight. The plane will be crossways. That's just part of the way the GPS is written in here. I think it is also a real world problem when you get too close to the North or South Pole. It starts to get confusing. In here, there's no such thing as flying across the North Pole or the South Pole. Get to it and it'll stop flying, sit there and keep flying, but it won't be going nowhere. Tried that too. It's a small area at the top of the globe, but the bottom is not on here. You go around it, but you can't go across it. You might think you did, but you didn't. It's not written in here. You fly straight to the North Pole, when you get there, it'll quit moving. Just sit there. Mileage and quit moving. Plane will still be flying, but you're not going nowhere. Well, let me see what I got going here now. Around outside again. All looks like it did our goal. But we are getting closer to our point. Slowly. But all the way out of zoom, you still can't see it. Lead right here starts over water. This is Alaska starts right there. This goes in above Juneau. It might even, I think it just barely gets over water before it gets there. I'll have to circle them mountains to get into that bay to land. I'll come in on 06, what whatever, and use the ILS for landing. We have to come out over the bay, far side, stay as far away as we can until we get around the ILS without getting over land. Get over land and the mountains come into play in your altitude. I generally approach my airports in these big planes at about 4,500 feet above the airport, which gives me a little maneuver time, and the glide slope will catch it then, so it's what counts. It's not the way the ATC would bring you in, but it works for me. I'll be coming in airspeed of 180 in landing profile for the last at least 80 miles, 70, 80 miles at least, if not both. So I can maneuver the plane down low and keep it in control. Either that or we'll crash trying. He hadn't showed up. My other buddy, I'll put it that way. He ain't there, he gone. Let's see who's in here. Still got 2 people in. That guy put off. This guy said, huh? This guy put up something this guy couldn't read. It looked like he said, what? He didn't understand what it meant, I bet you. Oh, okay. That's some foreign language to me. I don't know what it is, but I can't read it. This guy here probably not the same. That is the same person. I was wrong. I thought the 2 people did it. The same people done both of them. He just missed the letter, probably added it. That I either goes there or something. I'm probably what he's trying to put there. Done that myself, miss a key and go back and add it later. Hope they can figure out where it went. One of the good tricks to this when you go to do this is copy that before you send it. See a mistake, you put it back in there and correct it and send it again. And don't have to retype it, you'll just save it. Control C, and then as you get through, Control V will put it back in there. But you can't copy it off that window there, you have to copy it off that window. That's a phone. Before you send it. Alright, we're going to make a left-hand turn. Bay up around Anchorage. Still a ways away though. 1,000 miles to there, but that's an hour roughly flight too. That's 400 over here. That distance there is easy figured out to tell you. got 1,008 miles left to go. Another hour we'll be ready to land. You actually be within less than an hour. But I'll have to slow down. It'll take me an hour and a half probably to get here to the ground. Be my guess. That is totally a guess, to be honest with you. Let me back out and see what we got going. Like I say, still got 2 hours and 11 minutes of flying time. 2,500 miles of distance that we can fly. That's how many pounds we've got, and there's how many gallons. That's how many gallons we burn per hour. That's how many we done burn. We're well in the good range on fuel getting there. Actually, you'll be a little heavy when you land. But that's alright. Got to bring in a plane. 500. Substituted by the same thing, roughly. No, it ain't a little smaller plane. Grandma's Goose, Circus Up Goose is substituted by one of them guys flying a goose the other day, probably the same one. See if they come in around me, but do they get a goose, they're gonna knock wings off of it. If they got relatives that are their plane, they'll tear it up and come in and it'll break. Flying too fast for that plane to get there, and it'll bring you at the speed I'm doing. You got your realism set, it'll rip wings off, should go down. I don't have my realism that high anyway. If I did, I wouldn't be able to fly probably. Whatever he's done, he's got a 114 red substituted by a mall. Commander 114 red. That's probably a little shit. But nobody's around me at all. That's all right. No, they're not around me, they're not interfering with me. I'll be right back. We'll step out about a minute or two. headset on. Cup of coffee over here. A little piece of cake. I know I eat all the time. That's alright. As long as I don't gain too much more weight. More, I said you heard that. Everything looks alright. Across the big channel here. River, okay. Something on that river too. If I had a small plane, I'd check on that. But okay. Can't do this big plane. Our time and fuel wise, it wouldn't be wise on this VA flight. If I get it on the ground and not crash it, stay under 250, under 10,000 would be a good idea. When I get there and try to get this thing down with less than 700 feet a minute drop on the touchdown. That's the only requirement left. And we're going to try to do it. I have to say the land is going to be better than takeoff if I do, so we'll worry about that when we get there. Be a little quiet here a few minutes and sit back and eat me a piece of cake. Because this plane just keep doing what it does best, and that's fly. It is good at what it does. That I'll say. I didn't say I was, I said it was. If it didn't fly itself, I'd probably have trouble. Everything's alright there. Now I think the outside view is better than the inside at this point. So that's what we're going to do. Get a little over the top view here at the back. Toward the back. And get down a little closer to it. That's not a bad view right there. Oh, right there. Now I'm going to eat my cake. I guess. That cake went down alright. Coffee cup about empty again. That cake took a lot of coffee. I think it drank much coffee as I did. Anyway, bunch of snow-capped mountains out here now. Getting into this cold territory. 40% of fuel left on the top screen of where it says. Even I had the wrong button turned, it was changing angles too. Inside the plane in a few seconds. Look at that big panel and see what all's on it. Could go for 2,100 miles. Getting closer all the time, but one thing about it. Closing down that distance swiftly. 576 miles left. Right, this right here is the line. 500 miles usually to here. That's saying the whole range is only 500. See, up here is not doing what it usually does. That did say 500. Now, we're not going to quite get over the water much as I thought. We're going to go right along the coast here. But when we get down close to Anchorage here, I'll circle over the water myself, take over, try to put it in the bay southwest of the airport, I think, come back in, flying north. Somewhere along that point right there, I can start bitching along the coast here, I think. By then I'll be able to see it. Or is that going to be too late? That's Anchorage right there, behind that little thing. So actually I can start venturing off right here about 5-10 degrees, come up along in here. Anywhere along here. And when the mileage gets down to, in fact, I'm about halfway ready to switch to, let me check it interest on that flight plan, see what it's got. Can't check it yet, we're not close enough. Once we see it, I'll be able to tell if it's, I think it could be straight in. That means I don't want to do that. I don't have a target approach line pulled out away from it. I'll fly my own approach. Start down just under 200 miles out, because not less than 100. 100 would be too tight, really. We got 50,000 feet to drop. Need to drop it at 2,000-3,000 feet a minute, not 6,000, which I have had to do. I have dropped a lot more than that. Most of the time finished the play without crashing, but not always. up here is definitely not working on ratio on this thing here. It's usually 500 down around Memphis and all. 500 would be somewhere along here. Now I'm saying 500 the full length of it because only 500 left to the airport. So it said. Go back and look at that again, but I do believe that was right. $504 miles. About 300 miles to ready to start down. 350, something like that. I gotta get out of this room. Something else needs to be done in here. Hey, that'll turn the sound off for her to do what she's got to do, or pause it or something. I may have a back put or something, that's why I make a noise. It's up there where Alaska takes over the whole peninsula, and the rest of it is Canada stops. But I'm over Alaska now, that little area here, down through here. There's the bay right there. I could try to come into this area here and then come in through that bay there. I do need to get my information. I guess I better get that. I hate to pull the book up, but it's the only way I got to get it right now, so that's what we're fixing to do. Don't believe it'll be listed here. Should be, but it's not. Why it's not, I don't know, but we can go to here and get it like I did a while ago. Documents, and right here it won't let me link it to the taskbar anymore. It did. Whoa, it didn't do right either. What happened here? Oh, it's blank. No, on the wrong sheet. Here we go. This one here, and we'll go to, well, that's because at the top right there, and we'll hit it into Anchorage. So I'll get me a piece of pencil paper and write that down. Going into Anchorage, I'll need a 1430 for VOR. That's 11430 actually, and then the ILS that I'm going to be using will be one of them right there. 6 right there is what I'll be using right there. We'll have ILSO 11130, and the heading will be 065. The altitude of the airport is 15 feet, and that's probably all I need out of there. So now I can get away from this page. Anytime it's got that on it, you don't want to use that runway. Don't glide slow. Now I can set up port and get ready. We'll get rid of this for now, and I'll bring this up. And I'll put the VOR first, 11430. Even though it won't come on even until I turn this right here off on that one. It will on this one within 200 miles. 430 is right, put it up, and 11130, they both 30. Might all look at that again, make sure I read it right. And once you get there, it's too late to find out. There you go, that's what I called it. And runway heading, I'll set it right here, right now. 065. Whoop. Jumped on me. Jumped 10s instead of 1s. There we go. Now this, we don't have a now one on here. Well, yeah, this right here. This bar here is sitting. Oh, right now it's usually on the. Right now it's usually on the here. But we break this up. It actually set. This will actually set for me later right here, which is this here, but that might not even be working. It looks like it's up at 60, but the heading bug goes around. Looks a little suspicious. No, it works. This is just a different type radio than this one. And this one is actually still uses the GPS as line and reading the GPS settings, even though I've set them here otherwise. As soon as I switch, it'll pick this here up. But now one will pick it up as quick as it comes into view. Now I'm going to go back to the book for just a minute. Whoop, that ain't the book. Because I want to verify that setting one more time. Make sure I did not read it wrong. I should have left it up on the bar, so I should have as a active window. Alaska right there, and this is 1113. I was right. Now if I leave that there and drop it down like that, it'll actually be right there to get ready for it. I don't want to look for it so hard, and it'll be where I had it last. But now we don't need it anymore, actually. As long as this is right, that's right. I've got that's set right. The altitude 15 feet, so I don't need to worry about that. I'll use 4,500 as approach altitude. If it's over 100, I'd add it. If it's under 100 below, I would subtract it. So just keep me 4,500 feet above the airport, give or take 50 feet or so. Turn that on for a few minutes. I can actually get rid of that for now. But the cards, I got a pause at upon descent. If you're not in here, you set on pause upon descent. It'll pause itself, pause the whole flight simulator till you get back. I don't have that set now, but I could use it if I wanted to walk away, and it'll stop when it's at the point it should start down. And wait till you get back. But since I'm here, I shouldn't need that. As far as I know, it's not on there set, so I'm gonna take a look see. But I didn't set it this time. I might have someone's for it. I don't think it leads over. You have to reset it every time. Right there, pause upon descent. Right there, top of descent. It's not set. Close everything. Close the exit. Close the whole thing out. Here we go. Put it in the background. You don't want to get rid of it. Pixel right there problem, it's in the gauge, that's not in our settings. The gauge has got a pixel problem. Bring it back up. Like I said, this waypoint right here is probably where I need to start visually away at. Pretty close to it. And start down to about 150 miles. That's 278 there on that. I figured to pull 5 degrees away from my heading. So I'm going to get on the heading bug. Right there. Heading bug's on. It's set on the heading I'm on now. I'll ignore that one and call it 5 at 255. I'll call it 5. Will be my 4, but I always try to stop on 5s. I may pull away a little more though. 4 degrees from here to the airport is quite a bit of distance away from the airport, so, and I can always circle away at the time a little bit. Pull away at, like I say, about 150 miles out. 200 something, 150. That waypoint right there is going to be the point to where I need to start preparing down. And making sure I'm in the right position away. I can use mileage, it'll show a mileage here once you get a mile or two away from that line. And I can use this mileage to tell how far I am over that way. Now I've got that running. I can turn this off now. And this becomes the regular VOR, which is not on at this point. But now see it reversed to the setting I had on the other one. It's at the back now, it's to the front. The other one will follow the GPS, but it won't point it. That never actually points it. Well, the GPS flight plan has all the VORs and everything lined in it. It puts them in the radio stack, so that's the reason it follows it. One of the hood don't, I'm not sure. But we always got it right. And we'll have to go all the way across past the airport and double back to land on that heading. But we'll do it over the bay and stay within the water. Or I have planned on it. I'll use the GPS to go by. I'll watch the picture fly within the water lines. But it wouldn't hurt if I went through along this little opening here, but it don't matter. We go across the mountains as long as we drop on the other side of it. The mountains are not over 12,000, 8,000 that area, something like that. So we can get down to there and then go across them and down. The GPS has the ability to tell me how high they are too, so I'll use it to stay safe in that area. We're going to come right through here, come right across there and down into it. As long as I say along here will be alright for coming down. But I could fly around this, I have before. Come in, but if I go over the top and down into there, still I'm alright. In fact, if I follow this close enough, I'd be in this lowland right here while I'm past this green is lowland. I'm 9 miles off that red line already, so I got a 9 miles offset from the approach line now. I want 20, at least 25, 30, maybe 50 miles for this plane as I come around there. Not less than 30 in most places. I'll turn the landing light stuff back on as soon as I start down, probably. Even though it should weigh below 10,000. Somebody else going to come in has entered the chat. They haven't entered the room yet. Those other two are in the room, I think, not necessarily. And he entered the chat, so he may launch in a few minutes. Let's see where he's going to launch and how. Look around my plane. Want to zoom it back out where I was before. Have a little better look watching. If it don't freeze up here and cancel my flight, everything will be alright. I've got a lot of time in now. Things can go really bad wrong along here. A lot of snow out there. And there's them islands. Even though it's that far high as we are, this islands are right here. Anchorage is right in there. Looks like we're on top of it, but we're really not. Not yet. Let me see where we at. I may be ready to start down. Looks like I should be. GPS, let's check that again. I believe it is getting right in there on it now. We'll start down the burner behind there. Don't take much messing around. You've been lost at 215 miles to the airport from where I'm sitting. We're going to throttle back and start down right now. Get rid of that for now, and let's throttle her back a little bit to about 360, 380. Now we're going to give her a chance to idle down a little bit. And we'll start down. I need this to be coming toward this at all times. I'm going to bring this down to 4,500, even though I don't want to get there too quick. Let's start her down. Well, let's stop at about, I'm going to stop around 8,000 goddamn mountains out there. That'll give me a chance to work with them. As long as this is dropping, we're doing good. But I want to come down a little bit faster. We still got a long ways to go, so we'll drop faster later too. As long as this is holding its own falling, we're in good shape. This hand don't catch that one. And we'll reset this right here as we get into the areas we want to be in. Trying to get it to 380 is what I'm trying to do. That's, as long as it ain't gaining speed, we're alright. We don't have to do anything else. As you get lower, the speed will start climbing without a doubt. And I'll use profile to slow it down. We just picked up our VOR, so we do have a VOR ready. I'm going to set this, even though we're not going to be in any range to pick it up till we get there. Just go ahead and set it, and I can't miss it. What I get in front of it, we'll turn. We'll use the ILS. I'm going to bring the radio stack up just to look at, put it over in front of the engines. They'll take care of themselves anyway. Now, this is so I can, when I get around toward the front, I'll start looking for that ILS. I want to get on it as quick as possible. Now we're coming down. We're still doing all right here for us, slowing down. The engines will keep us from getting below that. Very much. I'll say it won't below a little. And when this starts climbing back up, I'll change profile. And we got to drop, like say, to the right distance. Put that in front. And we got this going this way and this way. Now, see that? This distance here, 23 miles from that line. But that's all right. I don't mind. I'm still flying right along in here, and that's good enough. That's a little darker here. I could hold just to that side of that. Might be better. I'm gonna come 5 degrees back that way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there, and 260. I'm gonna try to hold just inside this darkest mountain here. That'll give these here a little lower and get over to there. And I won't have to come all the way out into here then. That's for 23 miles. I'll still go be out some more. I'll have all I need where I'm going. Do a little quick check of TeamSpeak. Everything's still the same. Nobody's changed. Nobody's bothered me either, so everything's all right. They know that I'm doing what I'm doing. They know that I don't really want too much confusion. Cap don't want to do this, and Vince will pretty well stay out of it, I think. Don't care if he does come in and talk, as long as he keeps it to a minimum and don't get out of hand to a point I have to delete the video. After this many hours, I hate to lose it on kind of a few words and may not edit it, and that's what would happen. Or put it away till I start editing. That might be a while yet. Alright, we're getting down now to the speed in which that it will start regulating itself. We've dropped 10,000 already. Pretty good rate. I may have to turn my voice off. Things we can start moving around in here look like. Just a minute. I haven't been too long. If she started doing what she's getting ready to do, I'll have to turn my voice off, top the mic. Rather not, but I've only got a few more miles to go. She'd give me about 20 more minutes. She said I forgot to tell her I got through the cake. I didn't actually forget. I was trying to hold off. I got this down. And as far as she's concerned, this could jump in the creek. Life comes first. Pretty well right. I'm gonna come back another 5 degrees now. On 265. On kind of the way this line here keeps moving over. They'll still give me, I got 25 miles to the line. At that rate I won't get any closer to it much, really. I'm starting to gain speed, looks like. It's actually wanting to. It might be getting ready to start gaining speed here. It's still holding it pretty close though. I'm gonna lower this thing here down one click. And I'm gonna lower this 20 more knots down to 260. The engine just took over on kind of what I just put out. I put a little drag on it and slow it down. If that don't slow it down, I'll give it some more drag. Worst comes to worst, I'll go full landing profile. Then it'll slow down. 260. 360. It's not slowing down much. It's still slowing down a little bit. That's what I was after. I get going down to about 230, 220. 330, 320 right there. Upload this night after I go to bed. It's going to take several hours. Might confuse it trying to maneuver the internet and upload at the same time. I've been doing it, but there's no reason to rush it. And if you notice, the overspeed line now is starting to crowd me. I don't want it to catch me. I'll drop another 20 or so. Let's go down to about 225 or 325. Heard the engine slow down. I'm gonna go a little heavier profile. Try to keep it drugged down. That's all right there. This speed it can afford it. At the profile on that now, I could probably drop to 280 and just get away with it. 30,000 feet, still quite a ways out. Let's see if I can see where I'm at here. That's 217 or something a while ago, 2 something. See what we got this time. Still at 230. I must have 270. Thought I had less than a while ago. I must have read it wrong. I looked at this one. Anyway, we still got quite a ways to go. I'm coming down faster than I should, I think. Well, I'm still not dropping real fast, though. Not for this plane, I'm not. We can always drop heavy if we have to. Last few miles at 27,000. I'm actually dropping too fast, I do believe. Let's come back up to about 1,800 for now. That'll slow it down a little and also slow the speed down a little. 200 miles, so slow down enough now. It's going to take a while to get there. Mountains here look pretty dark, but we can go right here, and they're fully, as long as they're green, you're fully safe. You got nothing to worry about. And when they turn yellow, you're still safe. Pink, you can make it. Red is getting risky. We need to get to somewhere along in here, then we can come on down. I'm gonna go back up to 2,000. Guys coming in now with that little plane. I could set that GPS to GPS direct and give me the exact mileage. Well, I've got a mileage to it. What am I thinking about? I've got a mileage to the airport already. I don't need the GPS at all on that part. About 90 miles what we like to be into the airport this way. So something on this GPS is pulling our leg on this. I got 93 miles to the airport, which will be another total of 150 total. Probably time I circle it a little more. That looks closer to what I was talking about. Now I do need to come down. So let's see. I was looking at the GPS and it was lying to me, I do believe. I'm gonna go right there. And these mountains in front of me starting to come into play, but I'm still well above them. I've got to get across them before I get below, say 10, 12,000 a little more, probably. We'll keep this right here in view. As long as it's green, we're not worried about it at all. If they turn too yellow, I'll just level off till I cross. $21,000. Looks like I'm not advancing on the map fast as I'm supposed to on here. 50 here, that'd make it about right. See, I'd call this 50 here, and that'd be a little over 80, and that's 85. It'd be the same. The GPS was telling me further than that a while ago. It's not reading exactly right on that. It's reading 13 to the waypoint, but ain't no sense in the waypoint no more. I'm not on no more. In fact, I've got the GPS turned off here for us. Distance. No longer reading the GPS on that. I'm doing my own thing now. 19,000. I'm still behind these mountains the way it shows us here. And these mountains back here are turning yellow already. They're taller. These in front of me is not real tall mountains. I think 8,000, I think.
18,000 feet.
I just turned 18,000, didn't I? Yep, let me get my D's and B's or my barometer set and recalculate my compass too. That way it'll think it'll be more accurate. Now I can slow this down, I think, for a few minutes. I need to get across these mountains before I get plumb down there. We'll go to 2,000 till I cross these mountains, and then if I get too low, I'll be level off. This update's pretty slow. If it fails to update, it could turn plumb red before it updated. And sometimes you can turn it off and back on, it'll update at that time. Or make a change in it. So far it's alright. I'm 15,000. 73 miles out. I'm still coming down too fast at this point. Raise this up here to about 1,000. We'll drop some more behind that mountain. Just refreshed. Still green. The windshield always makes the mountains look closer than they are. Oh yeah, look at us now. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the lights on. Even though we're not to 10,000 yet, we're almost, I need to slow this thing down though. Come think of it, we're getting on down there close to that 10,000 mark. I need to get this thing slowed down to 250 and under. Let's go to 240. Get back up there. And I'm gonna go one more click here. I ain't either. Uh-oh. Oh, this thing ain't got spoilers, so it don't really matter. I just tried to turn the spoilers on. It ain't got spoilers, so it don't really matter, I don't think. It ain't dragging me down, that's what counts. Oh, they did that time. Now, right there. I got it now. It might not have spoilers, but it predicted it did. Now we're alright. Make this on down a little more. About 35. And I've done dropped out another layer already. This out of the way. We're all the way down on the nose already. We're ready for the wheels as far as that's concerned. In fact, the winter hadn't told us we had to have them. Still slowing down. Still above 10,000 well. Across these mountains. Looking tight now. Look a little close, I think. Okay. We're still well above by the information I got. They're still green. Everything fine. And once they get to right along in there, I'm starting down the other side. Still mountain, but they're not snow covered. That means they're not as tall. Let's see where we at now, boys. Oh, still ain't reached 8,000 yet. Don't think we've reached 10 yet, to be honest with you. 12,000. I'm gonna let this thing go a little more right here. 1,800. And I'm gonna back this off the, whoop, wrong way. I didn't mean to do that. That ain't the speed. This is the speed over here. It's off to 210. Well, let's make it 220. I don't want to get too slow at this point. I'm in a profile load. I thought I could go down probably. I don't think the nose is going to climb with this. Uh-oh. Nope. Bye. Do public opinions now. If they learn that, they quit calling me. They don't care, to be honest with you. It's a public opinion firm.
10,000 feet.
10,000 feet. And we are below 250. We're in good shape. That's 10,000 sea level. We got mountains up here. That probably put us within that range pretty quick. Might have already been there. I didn't think about that. They count too. Let's see what we got right here. No, it didn't say we did, so we are alright. It didn't say nothing about overspeeding at that point. Now, like I said, I started turning lights on a while ago. I don't think I ever did. Just turn them on at 10,000. Just under. There we go. Taxi and landing both. We're still over the mountain, but we're starting to clear them. I'm on. This is still green. We passed 10,000. I will lower this to 7, but I will watch it. If this right tells me not to, I'll stop, drop, and level off until I get past what I can see in view over in front of me. Once we get into this area right here, it's all low land. Get past these mountains. Another 20 miles or so. See it turn yellow there then behind me? Well, we crossed. That's this snow cover right there I was talking about. It's higher. We just cross them. Now these here will start turning yellow if I don't get past them. I may have to level off and get over past them, coming down some more. I believe I just leveled off. Yep, I just leveled off at 7,000. I'm going to come down another 500. Lower I can get and get away with, the better off I am. Come down another 500. At 1,800 is deep off anyway. These back here, these, as long as I clear them to get out over that jungle. We are 18 miles. We've closed that line a little. We're 18 miles off the airport, but we're going to go past it and that'll add some more distance. We're actually still gaining on at this point because it's off to our right there. That's there. We're still gaining here. Get closer to go by here. I could actually move. I turn yellow then and sit there. Ooh, 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 ooh. This, another 100 ain't gonna hurt me. Go ahead and get it. I don't think the other 100's gonna stop me from getting it across here. Level off that. As low as I'd want to go though. I could probably get another 500 and get away with it, but I'm not going to. These over here, they're starting to turn red already. These are really red. These are too tall to be crossed. Them I could probably cross. Them be real risky. Just a minute. Pretty clear the mountains. Once we're clear, we can come on down a little more. I think I can start down right now and be safe. I'm gonna drop another 500. And the bottom dollar, whoa, the mountains out there still look pretty tall. That's all right, the windshield always shows them higher. We'll watch them here. They're not quite clear though. Why did that go to 2,000? It still is out there like that. I'm not hanging that. Look at that. It's down there now, so it don't matter. I'm at 6,000. And bottom dollar is 4,500. Well, no, like 1,500 being down to where I want to be for landing, for approach. Now I can actually swing this approach line here. I can fly the same distance straight out and not get any closer and actually get further away. I'm gonna go 5 more here right at it. What I say, 260. Sort of turn away. Bring it on around. actually, right there's a real good approach point right there for going out. But that's all right. I'm in pretty good shape. 17 miles out. Actually, I can get right now. I can actually pick up. Let me get rid of the GPS a minute. And I can pick up this right here now. I said I could. Maybe I could. At 17 miles, I should pick it up. On 30 here, though, I'm reading something wrong. I'm reading 17. Well, that's off at with live. I'm still 30 off the airport. Okay, I'll buy that. That's my mistake. I was reading the GPS over to the red line, not to the airport. Here, that measurement there is over to this line. The airport's further out. It's straight out to that line is what that is. Well, the closest point would maybe be back here. Somebody just spun in right under me. I'd rather they didn't fly around my plane too much, but I don't think he hurt it. I don't have collisions on, but they definitely came in right there, they are. If he flies through my plane, look on as J. He come in the steam the other day. We got a fellow named Jay, but he used to put numbers on it. I hadn't seen him in a year, so a few months anyway, not a year. One come in steam the other day, go in and tease me the other day, and Jay, I saw it on the roster. Not on the roster, but log. All right, we're leaving that now. Now we can get out to 4,500. Go back into here, and we're going to bring us down to 4,500 right now. 2,000 foot default still 18. I thought it was 18 before I talked about that a while ago. I hadn't got to get out in no hurry, but I can get down to 4,500. Right there is my level off point. This can set it about 800. I don't think I'm going to. Got plenty of time to get down. I could go less than that. Let's go 600. 5. Longer it takes us to get down, the better off we are. The longer we're down by the time we turn around. And this is telling me I'm all right there. I'm no longer concerned about the color of that. I'm over low territory now. It's that and water now is what I got left. If I'm going to use it now, I'll use it under this mode here. And I can zoom it out more as I come. I'm coming over these mountains right now, coming down. Look like played by the left. I'm still flying a lot of the small planes. Yeah, Jay. Left came and left shed. And the airport's off my right wing now completely. I can start rotating around it because I'm still 30-something miles out. I'm going to come around about 10 degrees, somewhere around there. Let's leave it right there because I no longer have to stay this far over. I was watching the 17 when I turned away a while ago. 30 would have been enough. I wouldn't have to turn away. The altitude begin to make this mountain here show up, but this is not in the color range, so it's just normal color. I don't think it's nowhere around where I am for height. But since I'm not on the range setting, I can't be sure of that, but it looks good to me. We're in everything but wheels down the landing profile. Wheels are not down. I could even straighten up a little, but I'm probably going to slow down. I'm too, no, I started to say too bad, but I'm not. I can come on down about 210 though, I think be fine the way I'm profiled. Gives the maneuverability a little better. About time for the wheels to go down. Anything at this range, the wheels should be down. We're going to try to hold it a little while and watch that right there. If it don't climb, I'm not worried about it. I think I see it climbing now. I can change the speed back. I don't want the nose up installed. The profile I got supposed to help stop that, but I'm so all the way down on profile that I'm actually too much. But I'm gonna stay there since I'm already there, if it'll let me. If I went wheels down, it would be just fine. I'm not 100% sure without them. Makes a difference in the way it handles. Come on around about 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right there. Around in front of the airport a little more. Now, the airport is just almost straight off my right side. Well, me rotating it just keeps it from getting any further, but I'm working an arch around the VOR at 36 miles out. I need to close on it. Let's go a little sharper on it. We can go to 75, I think. 85. It's going the wrong direction, my man. Anyway, we're going to try that right there. Try to keep this above 25. I'm all right. And there's my runway heading right there, and I'll be making an attack somewhere along in here before I can get ready to hit it. I'll try to circle along this right here. But I'll do it by watching this. It's all I got to go by. Or this, I can watch this right here. This won't tell me where a mountain is, but it will tell me how far I am out. And if I stay in 25 range, I'm probably within inside that mountain. I'm gonna come around a little more actually. Look at 295. The airport's going up around. I still got to get away from it to get around there. I'm actually need to head right along there if I need to head to it, come across here. Once we get around front, I'll drop them wheels down. Once we get under 28, I'll start looking for ILS, or when I get around to the runway heading, I'll start looking for it, whichever comes first. Distance or direction. I can lock onto the VOR and come into that runway heading if I'm outside the ILS until I find it. That's the reason I got that light right there on. So it'll lock itself when I get there. I won't have to worry about it. Can't fly past it, it won't let me. Go outside, look around these mountains again. See where we at. We over this flat land. The mountains down behind us. That's what I was talking about. Coming up on the bay. We're a profile of like being full flat, the same thing as far as the plane's concerned. Doing that, it'll fly a little slower without getting into trouble. The only way it'll fly much slower is wheels down now to help maintain stability. Get them engines up high enough to hold it. We'll try to put this thing on the ground in a minute within the range we're allowed. Setting the throttle about 3/4 or a half, just under a half, 3/8. So when I do take over, it'll be in the right range. You don't want it pulled, you don't want it over half or under a quarter. Then you can pick it up or down as needed when time comes. We could go right here. And here. Still somebody flying around me out there has came back in, whoever it is. Let's see if we can see him. See if we can spot them. I believe we can. But they're all right there. Playing tag along under 747. Now if he flies through me, he's gone. Under or over, he's fine. If he flies through me, he's gone. Just as simple as that. He might not be on 747, but that's what I got him in. I don't care for him flying like that. Don't bother me. As long as he don't try to loop and do it again and try to get where I am. Where you at? That's what Jay said. Jay's not in here now unless he's not. Maybe he's using. Yeah, he's not in here now. He's gone. Alright, we're over the water. Get back inside the plane. I really need to be in that cockpit right there, really. So to do it, I need to be this down here. And that up there, where I want that. Then I want these two to go by also. They help me not have to read them little gauges. And I want this one here for distance. And now I got the information I need to find that airport and stay off it right there. I can use this in the background. I thought it'd come forward, but I don't get the wheel in here. Yeah, well, there it is. I have to click it down there. If I can get rid of it, I can get rid of it. Now I'm going to come around to somewhere along in here for a heading. It's going to be 33 there. We're at 33 at least. That'll put me headed into here. And I'm going to come another 5 or so. I'm going to fly right along it, right there, what I want to do. 3, 4. Right along there. Now that'll get me over here a little closer. Let's see what that guy in the other plane is doing. Keep my eye on him, that's where I'm crash mine. It is critical if I keep my eye on what's going on now. He may be well above me, but I don't see him. And the GPS said he was out there unless it's... Oh, he dropped off, he's gone. No longer on it. Let's come around a little more. Back inside the plane. Let's bring these back up because they won't come up automatically in that panel. Now we're going to come around some more. With the GPS back up. Come around some more. I'm using it to go by just for visibility. I could use the mountains. I'm looking at them. But looking out through the windshield, they lie a little bit. I am trying to stay outside of this at a certain distance. To get to do that, I got to close this and look. I'm still at 32, so I'm in good shape there. But I've still got a ways to go. I've got this now where the runway heading is no longer behind me. It's just, in fact, these are not too far apart. And when these get together, it'll turn me in. They're a little ways. This angle here and that angle there is different. But that's the idea of it anyway. Get them two together. Turn enough to miss that, stay off that out of that mountain out there. All right, I'm going to slow down a little more. I'm about ready to go into landing profile. I'm going to slow down to right there and watch, see what that does. All I like being in profile is wheels down. But I'm off of it right there now. Little airport, runway right there, look like. I wouldn't want to have to put this plane on it, but it's there. 5 more degrees around that way. I'm still outside of the ILS range. Let's move this up here. I get rid of it when I don't need it more right now. Could come into play yet. As long as I'm flying along here, I'm alright. I believe before I get to there, in this area, I'll be on that line. Let's see if this is inside there. Nope, still outside. It's good. if I turn this heading, I'll go ahead and set that and leave it. So it'll tell me when I'm ready. 28 miles, we're getting close now. I think this VOR might be on a little island at this side of the airport. That means the range will be a little off from their actual. But it won't be long now, it'll be picking it up. But I'm still, I can come around 5 more here, I believe, without hurting anything. Right there, 010. And if it's go to moving, I can turn till my heading is 0300325 into there, and have an attack angle, a good attack angle. But if I fail, it'll still turn from where I'm at. It's not real bad. In fact, it's really pretty good shape. I always say it, as long as the land don't get in the way. But once you get over that land, some of it gets higher past. That airport now is across. It was just one while ago. And this is 6. It's moving. I'm gonna come around to there. That's already set. I'm gonna change this. If it don't come on, we'll set that to tell me when. It won't be long now. This is fixing to take over. Start flying the plane. Wheels down now. I like all this done before I get on glide slope, especially the plane this size. Make sure it's down. Go around, take an eyeball. Oh yeah. Got a mirror on the plane. I had to look, see the wheels down. Okay. Here we go. No, wrong panel. Let's go back to this panel. That's one I want to land in right there. All right, we're turning in. I might go raise the view a little bit, or see if it needs to go out yonder a little bit. In here, wrong view. Still wrong. Well, leave it there. I can raise my seat. That's raising the seat right there. I don't want to get too high though. I want to be able to see down the runway once I land. I might not be able to. So we'll stop right there. We're waiting on it to come on. When it comes on, it'll give me a warning tone. Providing I got that right there set, and I do. Number 2, and that's on nav 2. That's it right there. Waiting on it to come on. I am on runway heading POR to the airport. Once it comes on, I have to get over on it no matter where it's at. Now I'm going to bring this around here now to line with the runway heading. It is on. We'll change this one over. It's on. We'll set this one and this one. No longer to worry about the getting over. It's going to get over by itself. I ain't got to tell it to. Turn this off and get rid of that. I am through with it. No, I need one more thing. I don't have any DME. That'll give me DME. Now I'm through with it. Get rid of that. I got a little bit of a problem with my seat being located wrong, but right there, maybe it won't come into play. One up over that seat. What's wrong with this one here? Now, I got rid of that. Go one more click. There you go. Got rid of that problem. When you go to land, it may pop right in front of your face. It still could, but I've got it more likely not to now. All right, we're here. We're going to slow this to 180, and that'll be approach speed probably. Sure don't want to get much onto that. This plane is too big for that. 180 is a good approach speed. It may slow a little on the glide slope, but not until glide slope not up yet. But we are locked onto the bar. That's got it right there. It proves it. As long as that light goes out, glide slope's up. Let's wait see if we can start to move now. We don't want to turn this one on until that goes to moving. This one's already active, supposedly. Don't see it, but it's locked onto it. That means it's active. If it wasn't locked onto it, the heading bug wouldn't have went out. It's active. I see it moving. Waiting on the ILS to move now. Glide slope. 13 miles off the VOR. The ILS don't have DME, it's just the VOR. So it's not exactly accurate. Wherever the VOR is, that's where that's located. Alright, this is starting to move now. This is coming closer to center. That's a moving. Just another touch do right there. I'm gonna go ahead and set the approach now. It will work now. Now it's up to where we do to land. Next thing is me taking over when time comes. Get my keyboard ready to turn everything off. Now I can slow probably I might actually could slow to 170, but this is the best approach for the glide slope. It holds altitude, it don't sink under it much really, so much slower than it'll sink on the glide slope. You have trouble finding the runway right. And we can always throttle off at the last minute, try to set her down. If she tries to fly, it's a long runway, we got time. Alright, we're on glide slope. Lights out. Turn the altitude light out itself. And we are on glide slope. Now if I thought it would hold it, I'm gonna wait a few minutes and I may drop it 5 more knots of airspeed. Right now we're a little low already. These are high and we're low. It will come back for sure. The only thing keeping them coming back at this point that I see would be a little extra tailwind or a gust of breeze that wouldn't let us keep control. As slow as it's coming back tells me I'm already as slow as I need to be. If I was faster, it would have done pop back up there. It's having to work its way back to the line so it don't have no excess speed. It may work a little above it. If it does, it'll come right back down. Here we go, coming into Anchorage after a flight from New Orleans to Anchorage on both BA and flight plan at 50,000 feet, Mach 2, and now we're on the final leg. Now can I get it down and salvage the flight without being too heavy? Hopefully I can. We'll know in a few minutes. If I don't overreact, I know I can. If I overreact, that's another problem. I didn't take over
2,500.
I didn't take over about 500 feet. With this plane, a little earlier wouldn't hurt probably, but it still should be good enough. Usually your biggest problem is trim. By doing it this way, the trim is preset, you ain't got to touch it. And it's pretty well fly itself. Just a little matter of guiding. I generally lower the nose and get down a little before I get there, so I can be closer to the numbers as I get there, still having to pull up so much to level off. But we'll wait and see. But the diamonds are dead on. When it got right, it stayed right. That's what I want. If I slow enough, it drifted under. I'm too slow for me. Little airport on this island. Anchorage, runway 6 right coming up. I should be seeing 1,000 feet here in a few minutes. Don't 500 is at 500 is my plan, or give or take a little off use of view and decide as that comes up on me. Looks pretty good right here though.
1,000.
Don't sink. Don't sink.
He'll start auto tilting. That just means
Don't
he's
sink.
too close to the ground to suit him. It's
Don't
not,
sink.
Nothing wrong with the flight.
Don't sink.
Flight's perfect. The call
Don't
out
sink.
man don't know better.
Don't sink.
We're about ready
Don't
to take
sink.
over.
Don't
I'm
sink.
to take over right now.
Don't sink.
I have
Don't
control,
sink. Don't sink.
hand on the throttle, but I have not moved
Don't
it.
sink. Don't sink.
Raise the
Don't
nose
sink.
just a little.
500.
Don't sink.
You still
500.
need to get down a little
Don't
lower.
sink.
I check the throttle a little bit.
400.
Raise the
300.
nose.
Approaching minimums. Minimums.
200.
100.
100.
50. 40. 40.
50.
30. 30. 30. 30. 20. 20.
30.
10. 10.
20.
On the ground. Spoilers, reverse edges, that's what I want. I don't need it anyway. I didn't even set all those spoilers. I didn't even hear the engines, but I stopped without them, so it's good enough. I had the hand on the button for them, but never did engage them this time. I get outside the plane. And we're on the ground, and I believe it was a decent landing. Now, maybe not real good, but it floated a little farther than I'd like to see it, but still got a lot of runway left, so we wasn't hurt. But I said, this is a long runway, no big deal anyway. Pick this up a little bit, I'm gonna turn off right here, just high speed taxiway if I can. Come on, slow down, get in there. There we go. Whoop, 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 whoop. Get back over there. This thing oversteers real bad. Anybody coming? Like that truck there? I hope not. I'm gonna park right over in here. Turn my car in. Stop this flight for the day and call it a good one. It was a little rough on the start, but the ending was really decent. I don't want to get close to no fuel pump and fill this thing up. I'll lose my flight. I'm going to stop right along here somewhere. I don't know where if I get to a gate or anything. Stop right there and call it. Set the park brake. I'm going to turn the engines off. All the lights out. Go back inside the plane first. Do away with all this stuff here. That's it. The engines are already down due to lack of fuel. I shut them off. We're going to turn all this off right here. 1, 2, 3. Everything is off. Then we'll turn the power off. Hotkeys. Now we turn the car in. Didn't have to do all that. We turned it in earlier. All the engines are down. Let's see what kind of job we landed at. We landed at 274, which is well within the range, at 128 knots, which means we'd slowed down from that 170 to 128. Turn it in. Now we have credit for the flight. The game is over, and I'm going to shut it down. This is Town Dog. This was a nice, long, heavy flight for the heavy flight list, and we'll try another flight or a truck run or something pretty soon. I would like to do another little jump on that Half-Life 2 because I enjoy playing it mainly. So we better get it next. I'm going to call it good, and this is Town Dog, and I'm going to be gone. I'll see y'all when I get back.